riot police advanced, swiftly and forcefully, firing tear gas and rubber bullets.
There's people being murdered unjustly and not being held accountable.
They love African American people. They love black people. MAGA loves black people.
Cops are getting paid leave for killing people. That's not right. That's not right by anyone's standards. There is police brutality. People of color have been targeted by police. So that's a large part of it. And they're government officials. They're put in place by the government. So, you know, that's something that this country has to change. There's things we can do to, you know, hold them more accountable, make those standards higher.
He's un-American and he doesn't deserve to be in our country.
All white,
So
all
that's-
lives matter.
When black Americans like Colin Kaepernick choose the peaceful route, conservative America, MAGA America, move the goalposts and create a narrative of depicting the exiled quarterback along with Eric Reed and other black protesters taking a knee on the field as un-American. You see, there's a huge difference between white protest and black protest. Let's explain.
Cats! Yeah, Coach Colin!
Kentucky Wildcat basketball fans.
A crowd of 15,000 revelers rioted in the streets, setting fires and trashing homes.
Thousands of fans filled downtown Lexington near the Kentucky University campus to celebrate the win. But things turned nasty. Violence broke out, furniture was torched, and cars were overturned in the streets.
Take a look at this scene, a cop in front of an overturned car smiling and chatting with celebratory fans. But Colin Kaepernick protesting black people dying?
For the land.
Not gonna fly in America. At Pennsylvania State University.
Coach Joe Paterno fired, the university president fired.
Do you recall why these predominantly white protesters rioted? It was because of Joe Paterno's cover-up to keep his good friend Jerry Sandusky employed and to not ruin the culture of winning football games. Recall Megan Rapinoe's protest.
It wasn't really a question of, is this the right thing to do? Should I do this? It very quickly became, why am I not?
Inspired by Colin Kaepernick, Rapinoe was bombarded with criticism from alt-right figures like Donald Trump and culture wannabe Tommy Lauren, whose boyfriend swings and misses with DM threats. She called Rapinoe pathetic. A favorite of neo-Nazis everywhere, a woman who gives space to white supremacist Paul Nehlen, that being, of course, Laura Ingraham, the Three Stooges on Fox and Friends, Steve Doocy, Ainsley Hannity, and dude who gets dunked on by Jimmy Kimmel, Brian Kilmeade, and a man who actually speaks like his head is underwater, Jesse Waters, just to name a few who peddle in misinformation for financial clout.
I think it's just kind of a wasted opportunity and kind of selfish, to be honest, to not use that platform and the influence that we have, knowing how much people look up to us and listen to what we say, to try to make the world a better place.
Rarely, though, do you hear the rumblings coming from a teammate.
Have you said face-to-face to Megan that you find that it's a distraction?
Yeah, absolutely.
And with that, I present Carli Lloyd.
What is a distraction is the actual action of it. You know, people are only talking about the kneeling aspect of it. I think it becomes, more of a distraction because it gets, our coach involved and our support staff involved and we as a team,
In 2016, Lloyd added, "We're being asked about it. We're not being asked how Holland is or training is. We're being asked about Rapinoe." In 2021, Lloyd, the fourth highest scorer in Team USA history, chose to stand during the national anthem. She was the lone player to do so. Earlier this year, another opportunity presented itself for Lloyd. She chose to stand for the national anthem once again, along with Kelly O'Hara, Julie Ertz, the wife of Eagles tight end Sack, and Lindsey Horan. When it came to other forms of protest, Lloyd took part. When the U.S. women's team took the pitch, in the midst of suing the United States Soccer Federation, Lloyd followed suit, turning her jersey inside out in an act of defiance against the USSF, hiding the crest with which they represent.
We can handle it. At the end of the day, we're pros, and whatever is going on, we need to forget about it and just play soccer. But we do want to get back to playing soccer.
While playing, she will no more. Lloyd, at 39, decided to hang up her boots and retire. Shortly after, she split with her teammates on protesting during the playing of the national anthem. A close ally of Lloyd's, That would be controversial goalkeeper Hope Solo, who was terminated by the Federation in 2016. Solo recently said, "I think the rhetoric surrounding this team has been both divisive and inclusive." I guess it's kind of where we are in politics in this day and age. I think the kneeling thing can be very divisive. I've seen Megan Rapinoe almost bully players into kneeling because she really wants to stand up for something in her particular way, Hope Solo said. Lloyd also gripes at U.S. Soccer, saying they never did enough to promote her. The national team feels as if it's a girls' club and no new members are not exactly welcome. After players convinced then coach April Heinrichs to cancel a fitness session, she gripes the players get their way. "People have told me the inmates run the asylum on the women's national team. Here is the first example of it I've encountered." In her book, Lloyd recalled that in 2007, she alleged a teammate was intentionally not passing to her. She concluded it must have been for political reasons. To her credit, Rapinoe told Goal.com, "I'm not going to get up here and bag on anyone for standing or bag on anyone for kneeling. It's not like I'm going to throw my teammates under the bus at all."